Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is the video review for the Transformers Generations Thrilling 30 Brainstorm. The final Voyager of the Thrilling 30 line has arrived, and it's actually a Headmaster. Something we never thought we'd get from Hasbro, as they were concerned about the size of the head getting in the way. But Hasbro decided to take a chance and gave us a nice Brainstorm figure right out of the box, or right in his vehicle mode. He's this nice little space jet, so not bad. Obviously there's a little bit of kibble underneath, but aside from that, it's a nice Cybertronian jet. You got the two guns at the front, and it kind of looks like something out of Star Wars. Almost got that X-Wing vibe from it, but that's kind of reaching. Still a very nice, simple little jet, and I think it looks pretty good. The cockpit actually does open up to reveal a pilot, which is just called Pilot in the box, but I'm sure fans of Transformers will know him as Arcana. And he's just a simple little blue and white robot. Unfortunately, the paint is chipping on the hands and on the feet, so the paint isn't the greatest on him. But he does have a nice little head sculpt. Let me see if I can get it in enough. Yeah, he does have a nice little smile on his face. And the face is actually well painted. For articulation, this little guy has forward, backward on the arms. A little in and out movement. They're on a ball joint, but it's seated real deep in. And then you got forward, backward on the legs. They are molded together, so unfortunately you're not going to get them separated. That's a bit of a letdown, but that's just the way it is. But you can get them into a nice little sitting position if you want. Head is a little loose, and that's going to cause a problem later, but I'll get into it at that point. And on the back you can clearly see Brainstorm's face upside down. Unfortunately, they didn't decide to cover the face like in the old G1 toys. Now, as you can see, the Headmaster is quite tiny. The Avatar figure I use is a deluxe size, so yeah, he's a small fry. But I don't have a G1 Brainstorm, but I do have a G1 Chrome Dome, so I'm going to do the comparison with Stylor. As you can see, Stylor is actually a good bit bigger than Arcana is. And since I have them handy, we're going to use the Head Robot's Hot Head next. Just to do that kind of comparison. Oh, come on. If I can get them to stand. There we go. And I'm not sure how well it's showing, but Arcana's about the same height as that Hothead figure, but Hothead's a little bit wider. So yeah, so Arcana's a little bit of a small fry, but at least he fits into Brainstorm, so it works. I like it. Let's get these guys out of the way real quick. And we're going to do another quick comparison. First with TFCC Chrome Dome. Try to get his Headmaster brethren in, as many as I got, at least. And Universe 2.0 Hardhead with the Hothead accessories on. Now, given that Chrome Dome is a deluxe and the Hardhead is an ultra, Brainstorm does fit in quite well with these guys. So I think it works nicely. And I'm glad to have these three together. All we need is a more G1 highbrow to complete the foursome. Because I don't really think we're going to be getting a modern day Fort Max anytime soon. It's probably going to be a couple years at least before they do another Titan. Because they are doing Devastator this year. I'm excited for that. But, yeah, I don't know when the next Titan's going to show up. Anyway, I think it's time we got Brainstorm into robot mode and see how he looks there. Okay, now that we have Brainstorm in his robot mode, it's actually a quite impressive robot. Barely any kibble on him in this form. Just a little bit on the wings and a slight backpack. Not a whole lot. Which is good. Now taking a look at the head. That's where we're going to start off. And the chest as well, because Brainstorm actually carries over the old chest gimmick for the stats, which is a nice little touch. I mean, it's not a full-fledged rotator like the old toys had, but it's still pretty cool. As you can see, the head is sculpted very nice. Really does look like Brainstorm. Unfortunately, the neck joint of the Headmaster head is very loose, so this will bobble quite a bit. So you're probably going to want to get some floor polish for that. Otherwise, he's pretty solid on his articulation. Arms rotate forward, backward, move in and out. A little bit of a soft detent, which is nice. You got bicep swivels, a double jointed elbow. No wrist rotation, but they just flop in and out like that. And no waist, which is unfortunate. I guess the hinge for the cockpit got in the way. But you do have forward, backward on the hips. Ratcheted in and out movement. Thigh swivel. A nice bend at the knee. Okay, forward, backward on the, like up and down on the ankles, and they do pivot. So you can get a nice array of poses with this guy, which is cool. We'll back it up just a little bit. Okay. Now the guns, you can leave in the jet mode configuration if you want and give him shoulder cannons, which is pretty sweet. Or you can take these off and they'll just fit right into his hands as regular pistols. It is nice to have options, especially with the weapon placement. He holds those guns pretty well in his hands. That's usually where I like to keep them. But yeah, all in all, this guy is really nice. The paint is solid. Like I said, the only complaint is that he's got a bit of a bobblehead. Plenty of paint apps, where they're needed. You know, it's not like haywire with the paint. You know, most of this is plastic color, but where they do put the paint apps, it really counts. So I like it. Now for size comparisons, why don't we bring in Chrome Dome, the Deluxe from the Transformers Collectors Club subscription service, and we'll bring in Universe 2.0 Hardhead, who was modded with the Hothead upgrade kit from Head Robots. As you can see, because of his Voyager class, he's in the middle of these two, Chrome Dome being a Deluxe and Hardhead being an Ultra. But he does fit in fairly well. I mean, when you think about their vehicle modes, these guys scale pretty well together. And I think it's a nice way to display them. It's a shame that Chrome Dome does not have a transforming head, but that's... I don't see how they'll get a head that tiny to transform into a robot. So, yeah, then I can live with it. Still, Brainstorm is a great figure, and I would highly recommend him. He's going to be a bit hard to find in the stores because of that whole last in line deal. So he's going to be hard to find in the stores, but you can find him at BigBadToyStore.com or TFSource.com, either in the US or Japanese versions. And from what I've seen at the Japanese version, it has quite a few more paint apps. Might have a better head. I don't know for certain on that. But it might be worth the extra money to put in toward the Takara version on this case. Still, whether you get Hasbro or Takara, I do recommend them. Just be careful about the head. Make sure that it's in good shape. I've heard stories where it's completely broken off in the box. So, you know, if you see it in the stores, look at the head carefully. Other than that, great figure. So thanks again for watching this little review. If you've enjoyed it, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button so you can see further videos from me. And also check out my Twitter at Grimmy's Reviews. Twitter.com/Grimmy's Reviews. Or check out my Facebook page at Facebook.com/Grimmy's Reviews. Or email me at grimmysreviews@gmail.com. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. So take care, have fun, and bye-bye.